And just like that, we are off. Green flag is underway. And the BSBL Junior Series race day, number 11 out of 15, the BSBL Junior Series PRG 700. Now, this week is the special BSBL format. It's the only time during the entire season that we're going to use this format. You see it on the left side of your screen. We have two solos races, one at the very beginning and one at the very end. We actually have 8 races today for the Junior Series. And in between those is all duos. We have 3 sets of duos instead of our normal 2. And what's special about today's races is we are entirely at the track, Alabama, where you will do pit stops. There's 3 pit roads. That first one right there, during the duos races, you will do a pit stop with your teammates, swap cars. Once you get to the second pit road, you will do it again and get back in your original car once you started, and then dash for the finish. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I am using a brand new... Wait, might be very loud. Oh, am I loud? Turn your volume if you don't like it. Do I have something on that shouldn't be on? Okay, I was just about to bring that up. I have a brand new microphone. Brand new microphone. 250 decibels. Oh no. Okay. How loud? Okay, let me try some real quick. How is this? Is this better? What might be bad also is the volume was on. How is this? Is this better, guys? Can you actually, is your ears not bleeding now? Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, I got a brand new microphone. I didn't get a chance to test it out until now. Okay, nice. That is very good to hear. Hopefully it doesn't sound like I'm talking through a 1999 BlackBerry. You know what? You guys probably don't even know what that is, but just it's old. it's an old device. During the ancient times. Who is way back there? I see at the bottom of the screen. Some green dude. Oh, 10th driver. This is Kiev Blocks 93 for Xfinity. This is not even... I don't think he's even using the right template. Yep, something's a little wrong. Still identifiable, so we'll be alright. This is Deadly Acel. I'm not sure if he's going to make it in time. Meanwhile, out front, let's get to the action in the race. Monster Jam Fan in the 76. This is a brand new scheme. The Fanco, I think that might just be a Roblox game. Fanco 76. Either way, it looks really nice. That's a great scheme. Bigger D3 in the 20 for Sauber Academy, who has taken second place in the Junior Series team stand-ins. Didn't see that one coming. They got Sauber had a great week last week. Got some momentum. Gonna try and challenge Volvo Jr., who still holds the lead. And their star racer, Crafter of Pixels, goes to the lead. Get contact with the Stellar Smirnoff 42. Sadly, Stellar Smirnoff had a very bad week last week. Lost out on a lot of points, big penalties. And they've dropped a P4 in the team stand-ins. Could have been worse. The sun sets on Talladega. Oh, this is Alabama, but we all know this is real Talladega. Still, these 3 drivers up front. Crafter of Pixels, Gamer Swag, and 20 Sauber Academy. Here's Rod and Lemon with a run. As we approach the end, again, solos, you don't do pit stops. Next race, though, for the next 6 races, we will be doing pit stops. Everybody's slowing down. Actually, quite like where... I think it's too far. Oh, one driver takes the risk and goes in pit road, but they stop. Something happened. Maybe miscommunication. This isn't a pit stop race. He stopped. Dash for the finish. Who is that? The 45, the 76 of Monster Jam is going to win. That must have been a miscommunication from the Sauber Academy driver. I don't know why he did that. Looks like he tried to do a stop and go when he really shouldn't have. Now, I don't have Monster Jam Fan. Yes, Monster Jam Fan did win. What I need to do is figure out what team he's on, because I didn't see the deck lid, and he's not in my he's not in my files. So I need to find Monster Jam. Is he? He's not. Is he Grubhub? I don't think he's Grubhub. No, he is Grubhub. Okay, I had it right the first time. So Grubhub solos number 1. It's going to go to them. Now I have absolutely no idea what the Sauber Academy driver did. You're not even supposed to pit at the last pit road. It's only the first 2. First one, you swap with your teammate. Second one, you go back in your original car. And then you just go for the finish. You don't pit on the third pit road at all. I really hope everybody that is racing today is watching the stream, so they get that announcement. Machine, thanks for the follow. Machiner BX, appreciate it. We are now officially over 200 followers. That is awesome. Thanks, guys. 45 viewers, roughly. And another follower. Pineapple, thanks for the follow. Alright, while these guys get set up for Duos 1A, be 3 sets of duos these races. Alright, Mr. Turtleman, I think you've already followed before. But if somehow you haven't, it's a different account. I appreciate it. Today's races is sponsored by BSBL's own Pancake with his game, Pancake's Racing game. For our mid-race sponsorship, actually, no. We will get that after this race because we have a countdown. 5 seconds. Everybody got in really fast. 3, 2, 1. Green flag. Don't worry, we'll get to the sponsorship Pancake. we will get to it. Race started much sooner than I thought. This is when they're going to do the pit stops. First pit road. How's this going to go? Remember, you have to be entirely in your box. Entirely in your box. You can't affect anybody else's pit stop. You have to swap with your teammate. If you don't have your teammate, it's a stop and go. If your teammate can't swap with you, then you just got to go all the way to the tail end of the field. All right, here we go. Pit stop time. How smooth is this going to go? So far, so good. Stops in the pit box. A few go in the double pit box. All 4 tires for everybody. Remember, you got to be in your pit box. Looks like a Red Bull's having some trouble. Everybody else seems pretty good. Did everybody just do a stop and go? Did anybody swap? I think they just did a stop and go. The Red Bulls did it right. So did nobody switch? Is that what I'm getting here? Okay, hold on. Okay, no, they did switch. Maybe I just didn't see it. Okay, we got Volvo Jr. They did switch. Rodri's. Ava. Yeah, they did switch. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it was just on my screen or something. Looks like everybody did switch. Yeah, everybody did. I must have just not seen it. All right, my apologies. They did switch. Now you're in your teammate's car. This is weird. We got Crafter Pixels in the 1. My God's account in Luzido's 20. Earthwormy in the 41. They're similar schemes, so it's not too big of a... You have to pit the second time, not the third. Yes, that is very important. Don't go to the last pit stop. Don't do what the Sauber Academy did in Solos 1. I don't know why you pitted there. You're not even supposed to pit in the last one. And he did a stop and go for some reason. All right, we got the Volvo Junior drivers. Crafter, Pixels, and Rodri. They got to swap the best, it seems. We're coming up on the second pit road. This is where teamwork really goes in. The Red Bulls seem to struggle the most. In fact, they're still back there in the pack. They need to get their the teamwork sorted out. Here we go. Second round of pit stops. They're going to go back in their original cars. They have to be entirely in the box. All 4 tires. Yep, that's good enough. All right, they're swapping. Volvo Junior's done so. Looks like Xfinity has. Oh, another. What was that? That was an Xfinity. Got into one of the chef's cars. That is going to be a penalty. Thankfully, it didn't screw over the chef's drivers too much. But it was enough to move his car all the way into the grass. Now, we've got a little under halfway left of this race. Though, hey, no, not too bad. No harm. Well, there's a little bit of harm, but doesn't look like too big of a foul. Everybody else is still within draft. Very capable, all of them, of still finishing and getting the win. Yeah, no pitting and solos, since, well, you can't swap it. You can't swap with anybody. Yeah, you do not pit on this third pit road. You're going to go all the way. All the way to the finish here. Honestly, those pit stops went pretty smooth. We only had one incident with the 18, and I think it was one of the Xfinity drivers. Other than that, it went all right. Once again, Volvo Jr. showing why they are the team leader. And Crafter of Pixels is in the driver championship lead right now. Got the pit stops done right. Best teamwork. They currently out front 1-2. As we approach the end, again, you guys do not pit on this third and final one. You're going to go all the way. I like where this new Como is. Actually, it might be a little far back. Volvo Jr. is still really far out front. Did they get too big of a lead? I think they do. I don't think the cars in back are going to catch up. Maybe besides Kane Stray in the 3, he's going to try and challenge the Volvos. Crafter of Pixels blocks. 3 wide for the lead. Big run from Turbo. Kane Stray is going to steal it from the Volvo Jr. pair. And he's going to win Duos 1A. In the very first ever race with pit stops in BSBL. Wow, I never thought I would say those words where we actually had pit stops in BSBL, but on BBR. But here we are. You know what? That win from Kane Stray, because he was the one who knocked out the 18. Because he knocked off the 18, he's probably going to get a penalty for that. So that win is going to help them rebound. My car wouldn't turn. I don't know why. Yeah, there's actually, for those of you who don't watch real-life NASCAR, that is actually a real rule in NASCAR where you can't drive through too many boxes. You have to make a hard right turn and go onto the pit lane and not on the pit stalls for precise reasons like that, so you don't run into anybody on pit road or run into another car. You just gotta time it right with the spacing. And hey, if there's a car in front of you and they're still swapping, it's best just to slow down and not risk the penalty. I'm expecting a few of those today. I'm expecting a few incidents like that. It's part of the element, the special format today. I'm expecting some cars to get shoved off a little bit, expecting some hiccups. But overall, that actually went all right. That was not bad. That could have been much worse. All right. Now, why these... Oh, wait, do we have everybody? I don't think so. But in the meantime, let's get to today's sponsor, Pancakes Racing Game, sponsored both the Cup and Junior Series. Big appreciation to him. We are going to play the trailer for his game. We are off in duos 1B, preparing for pit stops. Once again, thanks. Oh, we got this song continue to play in the background. Had a video play in the background right after it. Anyway, we got pit stops. Let's see if the B bracket is just as safe as the first one was. Seeming okay so far. A little bit of contact further out front. Oh, picking a different stall for the Pigment. Zeddy is not in pit road. Looks like everybody's swapped. Could have gone a little smoother. Oh, the Pigments are still trying to get organized. They were not on the same page, and that's going to hurt them a lot. Okay, that went pretty good. I don't know if Zeddy pitted in the box. Looked like he was just on pit road. But that worked okay. Are you on Smirnoff? Yes, ZQ is on Smirnoff. But yeah, that video you saw is Pancake's racing game. He is a sponsor. He sponsored this week's Cup and Junior Series races. Big thanks to him for that. And go check out his game. Here's an invite link to his Discord server if you would like to join that for more info. So who did I hit on pit lane? I believe it was Avis 18. It was Avis 18. Looks like everybody's pretty bunched up. We got a 6-car breakaway. There's 3 cars further in the back. Sonic in the number 9. That's weird to see. In his teammate's car. Yeah, everybody's in their on ones. Besides the 13, besides the pair of society drivers, I'd like to say that the 007 car is not able to get out of his car because he's a mobile user. In the settings, he just hasn't been able to figure it out. So they have to go to the tail end of the longest line, which I'm not sure if they did. They gotta go to the tail end of the longest line. Wait for everybody else to complete their stops as we do it again, getting in their original cars. Everybody seems to be off now. I don't know how many cars stopped in their box. It looks like the Pigments didn't stop in their box. It was just on pit road. And Society did it right there at the tail end of the pack because they cannot swap cars. We're only halfway. They should be able to catch up. Sonic back in his number 4 machine. Meanwhile, on the front, oh well, it was a Sauber Academy. Now it's no longer that. It's Max Verstappen himself in the 33, pair of Grubhub drivers. Dale Earnhardt and Max Verstappen. That is an incredible pair of drivers out front right now. Who would have thought that Max Verstappen and Dale Earnhardt would be leading the field at Talladega on BBR? I didn't have that on my bingo card. The VQ60, I think he might be in the wrong base scheme. Speaking of base schemes, so you guys actually know what cars are which when they're using the base schemes. There they are. There's no 23. He should be racing the 42, not the 23. Here we go. We're approaching the end. Everybody is caught up. Besides one car who wrecks in the back. I think that might have been a Society. More contact. Oh, it looks like it's good. Dino's going to go around to the Society's wreck. Bad race for them. VQ60 in the lead. Sonic with a run behind him. Can he do anything with it? Both the Grubhubs. Huge runs. 3 wide for the lead. Zeddy in the lead. 3 wide finish. Zeddy Vibe is going to win the first Duos B bracket race. Second is Gamer. Third is Earnhardt. Fourth is Ronaldo. Fifth, Sonic. Sixth, VQ60. Seventh, CO. Eighth, Bigger D3. And Both the Society drivers, not good races. Sword wrecked. Seemed like almost wrecked on his own back there. And then Mr. Dinosaur, unfortunate incident. They're going to get no points. And that's going to hurt them severely because they are currently, as you've been seeing at the top of your screen, they are last in the team standings. The last place team this season gets eliminated from the Junior Series. And somebody else who wants a team, they take their place. Probably the worst possible case scenario for Society, that race. Yeah, they might be getting some compensation, though, because that looked kind of like, with at least Mr. Dinosaur, that looked pretty aggressive. There might be a penalty on somebody. But hey, submit a ticket. We'll look over it and see if it's a penalty or not. Compensation points have changed now. Everybody who gets wrecked now will get compensation, even if you lose one spot. It was a very popular suggestion among all of you. We decided to add it. After further votes, you guys didn't want any heavier penalties, so we decided to do that too. We kept the penalties the same, but gave you compensation instead. All right, we're going to get ready for Duos 2A. Let me put the winner in Duos 1B. Zeddy Vibe himself served his suspension last weekend. He's back again. And he's come back strong. Hasn't missed a step. I didn't deserve minus 20. Maybe. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. 6 seconds. We are off again in Duos 2A. Green flag. This is new schemes, I believe, for the Volvo Juniors. Here's Lower's Cat in the 8. Pink with stars, along with his teammate in the 57. Solid. Another pink and white Spotify, number 57. All right, pit stops. Once again, swap with your teammate. Make sure the pit inside the box. You should not be pitting on pit road itself. You should pit inside the box. All right, it's really rough, but it's okay. There's no pit road entry. You have to go inside the box. There you go. Newcomo's got it right. Kind of sussy. Flamin' Potato. Red Bull's all over the place. All right, it's very messy. But everybody's inside the box for the most part. And they're swapping. Oh, contact with the 57 and the 3. Oh, Flamin' Potato just drives through the pair of Chefs racers. The Chefs are getting absolutely beaten up by these guys. It wasn't horrible, though. It didn't affect them very much. They only lost a little bit of spots. Everybody else is still within draft, I believe. Yeah, we got one giant draft train. Who is ahead? Let's see who did the best. Cane Stray, who's normally in the 3. He's running his teammate's number 52 Kodak film. Ford. Then a pair of Newcomos, who seem to have the best coordination and teamwork in that last pit stop. It seemed to be both the Xfinity drivers and the Newcomos who did the best. Red Bull still was really messy, and Chefs just got beaten up. The Chefs are just about to catch the pack. Everybody else is running out front right now. When will you do live stream with Facecam? 250 followers. I will do that once we hit 250 followers on Twitch. We got 50 of you watching right now. That is fantastic. Thanks so much for watching. You guys are in for a treat today. We're totally at Alabama all the way through for the Cup and Junior Series, and we're doing something we've never done before. Pit stops in BBR. Never thought you'd hear that, did you? Speaking of pit stops, we're about to swap again, this time back into their original cars. Everybody's slowing down, looking for a pit stop. Careless. Oh, God's account jumped out really quick. A lot of contact, nothing too severe. Volvo Junior, don't know Don't know where his teammate is. Oh, wait, he's right behind. Okay, that's pretty close. Oh, he backs up. He puts his own car in the grass. That was not contact from anybody. He just did that himself. Red Bull's way better coordination, and Newcomb's also still had good coordination. But the Volvo Jr., can we find him again? All the way in the back. Oh, they did not swap. They were not able to swap. They messed that up. And that was not because of contact. I believe it was either I think it was Loris Cat who hit the reverse and just catapulted his car into the grass, and they were not able to stop. Put it in reverse. Yeah. Put it in reverse, Tara. Put it in reverse. Thanks for the follow, VQ60. Appreciate it. Well, disaster for the Volvo Junior drivers, as a mistake on pit road of their own doing is going to severely hurt their chances at a good finish. They're still not racing in their own cars. We'll see how the staff team reviews that at the end. There was an attempt, but they were unable to do so. Meanwhile, out front, everybody's starting to slow down a little bit. A lot of contact for fifth on back. But it's the pair of Red Bulls, Flamin' Potato and Jaden Breeze out front. They're going to try and control this race as we approach the final stretch. They're going to have to do some serious blocking. Oh, he shoves them in the grass. That's probably going to be a penalty. The Chefs Racers. 1-2. It's going to be a Chefs 1-2 finish. And Volvo Jr. somehow is able to rebound to third. Ghost is going to win. Avith second. That's a Chef's 1-2. Third, Solid. Fourth, Hype Blocks. Fifth, Jaden. Sixth, God's Account. Seventh, Careless Artist. Eighth, Flamin' Potato. And Lower's Cat getting the last points paying position. Duos 2A, won by Chefs. No repeat team winners so far. Volvos did catch up. They were able to catch up. That was good. We'll see how the staff team reviews them not being able to switch. Well, they were able to switch, but they just had a mess up of their own. Chefs cooked up. The Chefs racing. The Chefs were cooking. They had a great finish there. They rebounded from the last duos race. They struggled. That made them upset, and they wanted a good finish this time. Gamer Earnhardt, do you like my special livery? Next time it's on, I will take a look at it. I have not, actually. Thanks for saying that, Voki. I haven't mentioned it's throwback race weekend. For Cup and Junior Series, this is our throwback event. It's an optional event, so that's why you don't see everybody racing, running a throwback. I don't think anybody in this race is running a throwback. Gamer Earnhardt, here's the scheme, 15-second countdown. A nice National Guard. I don't think this is a throwback, but it's still nice. Like the blue on the top. Blue is my second favorite color. And he gets a great jump. Goes to P1, times it right. Green flag. And duos 2B. Ronaldo for Grubhub. Running third, side by side with NASCAR Nut in the 1. And that's a Society driver. Looked to be 4 wide for the lead for a second. We approach pit stop number 1 of 2. Gotta take it easy, guys. Again, you can pit in any stall you want that isn't occupied. You just have to work with your teammate. Ooh, big contact with the 1, I believe, and the 7. Grubhubs. Very good stop for them. Roblox Gamer for Sauber. That's not Sauber. That's not Sauber. I'm thinking of the Cup Series. The 45 is Pigment. Both the Pigments do great stops. And who was first off pit road? The Grubhub Racers. Gamer Earnhardt, which is Ronaldo, and Max Verstappen. Get out pit road first. Great pit stop for those two. They were very coordinated. They worked great together. Were quick and efficient. They're off pit road first. It looks like the pair of society drivers were a little slow. There was some contact on pit road. Again, we're going to penalize contact on pit road that really affects the driver. If it looked like the driver that made contact could have avoided it, we'll penalize it. If it's just small contact that wasn't too big of a deal, we're not going to be super stringent on it. If it actually did affect the finish of the race, we'll definitely clip it and probably penalize it. But yeah, we're going to try and not be extremely stringent with this. This is the first time we're ever doing pit stops in backstretch battles. There's the second pit road just about to come up. Nighttime Talladega racing, or as this track is called, Alabama, on BBR with pit stops. First, pit stops are over. This is the second one. They're going to swap and get back in their original cars. There hasn't been any major wrecks so far in pit road, just some light contact. Swapping out really quickly is the Sauber Academy drivers. Grubhub, great coordination. Both of the society drivers also swapped really nicely. Looks like the Pigments are slow. Oh, a car upside down, the 42. I don't know if contact was made. I think that might have just been... Zeddy. Maybe hit the reverse a little. Hit a little too much gas when he was in reverse. Now he's outside of draft. I think he'll be able to catch up in time before the end. He should be able to. But the Sauber Academy pair, bigger D3, and who is that in the 7? Who is that in the 7? A CO. CO in the Sprite number 7. They did a great job, and also Grubhub. I'd say Grubhub probably did the best if you're combining both pit stops. If Zeddy wants to defend their win, they're going to have to dig deep. Yes, he is. He's going to try and come back from that awful pit stop where he was literally upside down. Chat, do you think he can come back from that? You think Zeddy's going to come back for that? If you don't, who do you think else is going to win? I think the Grubhubs have been perfect so far. I think we're going to get a Grubhub win. But here's Rusty in the 6. This is one of his best tracks. I don't think he's finished worse than second in like the last 2 weeks at Alabama. So he's probably got a really good shot to win this too. If we're going to get an upset, it's going to be him. Out front, though, it's a pair of, there's a, I think a Grubhub and, oh, big run from Zeddy. Is Zeddy going to go try and get back-to-back wins? 4 wide for the lead. It's NASCAR not in the 1. That's a society driver. Great job for him. Zeddy just comes up a bit short. He almost was able to rebound. Almost. He gets P2. P3 was a bigger D3. 4th was Rusty. 5th, Gamer. 6th, CO. 7th, Earnhardt. 8th, Ronaldo. And Mr. Dinosaur gets the last points paying position. Society, after getting an absolutely horrible Duos 1B, they get a win in Duos 2B, a much needed one. Making me stop later than what I wanted. Yeah, you have to be a little coordinated. Like, everybody probably wants to get the first pit stall, which is kind of funny because in real life NASCAR, everybody wants the last pit stall. But no, it's the complete opposite in BBR. You want the first pit stall, get your swap underway as fast as you can, and then go. It's the complete opposite. I'd like to thank again this weekend's sponsor for both the Cup and Junior Series, Pancake, who is sponsoring his game, Pancake's racing game. If you would be interested in racing on his game, it's A-Chassis Racing, 30 plus maps to choose from, and yeah, they also have peak physics. Join and play the game today. Invite link to the Discord server. Let me get a copy of it real quick. And of course, an invite link to the game itself on Roblox. Again, A-Chassis Racing, 30 plus maps, and it has fantastic physics. Join Pancake's racing game today. Thanks to him for sponsoring both the Cup and Junior Series races this weekend. Great week to sponsor. We got the special format, never done before, pit stops at Alabama. And tomorrow we have our second and final crazy format race of the season. It's going to be a little less crazy than it was at the beginning of the season. Yeah, I know we had the rope teammates disaster. Not many of you liked low gravity. Some of you did. I was one of them. I liked low gravity, but most of you didn't. So we removed both of them. And now we've just have the Wheel of Death and some crazy tracks and the quad races. And that'll all be tomorrow. Now, why we have a quick moment while we get this Duos 3A set up. Here's a look at the Ultimate Drivers Challenge stand-ins for the Junior Series. This was of last week. It was a fantastic battle for the final spots. Neon getting 2 absolutely clutch wins. Sonic getting that win and barely making it in. Says Rusty has 3 wins there. That's actually 2. And we are off. We are green flag. Right before I turn off this graphic, I know it's covering most of the cars. Right before I turn off this graphic, who has got a win? We had Grubhub. I don't think anybody on that list has gotten a win. Zeddy has a win. Ghost has a win. So both those drivers are, I believe they're tied for P1 as all the wins reset. I know that graphic didn't show it, but Ultimate Drivers Challenge, those top 8 wins are reset. Whoever wins the most in the final 5 race days of the season, they're your Ultimate Drivers Challenge champion. First round of pit stops. The Red Bull's going really far. That's probably a good decision. I see these guys are learning. Look at that. They've gotten way more spread out. Chef's Racers did a good spread out. A pair of Xfinity drivers, they did very well. They're gonna beat everybody off pit road. Nucomo and Red Bull also did good. Volvo Junior, not quite as good. They're gonna be 9th and 10th off pit road. See, these guys are learning. I hope everybody also thinks laser beam LOL. That's a good username. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, everybody. I hope it is in the Cup Series is watching this and taking notes. See how these junior drivers are doing it. Kind of get a feel for it. Also, what to watch out for. And these guys are learning. That was way more spread out on pit road. That was probably the cleanest pit stop we've had all race day. Big contact for the lead. It's going to be a Chef's Racer. Avith goes to the front. And is an untraditional number 77 for him. His teammates in his 18. New Como, P1 and P2. Scrimmy in the 4 and Rio in the 43. All right, here's the second round of pit stops. You're going to get back in your original car. Is it going to be as clean as the first stop? I think it will. I think these drivers have gotten a hang of it. This is the 3rd time. Actually, this is the final time this A bracket's going to be doing this. They're going to get a little more spread out. Way more spread out. Chef's Racers, great stop from them. Oh, 77 moved his car back a little bit. That's going to slow them down. Volvo Jr. also having problems. Xfinity with a great stop. Are they going to be first off pit road? No, it is not. It's the New Como pair. New Como way off in front. Great stop for them. Xfinity gets second. Looks like a pair of Red Bulls get third. And Volvo Jr. once again last off pit road. Rough stops for Rodri. And who's ever in the 48? Salem in the 48 for Volvo Jr. Near perfect stops for New Como and Xfinity. They have an absolutely commanding lead on the drivers behind them. Won't last too long, but still nice to have. Control the race. We approach the end. Everyone's starting to spread out a little bit. Oh, here's a car stop way in the back. That's Volvo Jr. He's still on the wall. Now he gets going. If Volvo Jr. somehow comes back and gets a 1-2, it's going to be the best comeback of the weekend. Possibly the month, too. Here's Avith with Chefs racing. P3 right now, fighting with both the Xfinity drivers. Briggs currently P3. New Como in the lead. 51 doesn't like where he was. He's going to stop and slow down, try and get some draft. Ryu in the lead, taken over by Briggs. He's going to have some help from his Red Bull teammate. He misses the push. Contact everywhere. Is it going to be Scrimmy? No, it's going to be Avith as they wreck across the line. Avith is going to win Duos 3A. Second is Scrimmy. Third, Flame and Potato. Fourth is Ghost. Fifth, Careless Artist. Sixth, Hype Block. Seventh, Briggs. Eighth, Segun. And ninth, Cane Stray. And Salem does not get points this race for Volvo. Volvo, rough race. Only got 4 points among the two drivers. Avith for Chefs. Second win on the day for Chefs. They won 2A and now 3A. As we see Arnie on top. I didn't know you can go on top of the roof. I guess if you can fly and spawn your car, I guess it's possible. This is a great view. He's gonna fall. Oh, there he goes. Oh, yeah, that would have been more than a concussion if that was real. All right, Junior Series, the very final Duos race of the day. Duos 3B. 2 more pit stops for this series. Then we do solos number 2, and that's just a normal race at Alabama. Got 45 of you watching in on the stream. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate the support. Also a lot of follows today. If you're new to the channel, make sure to follow us. We are a Backstretch Battles League for the game Backstretch Battles on Roblox. This is the Junior Series where you're watching. We actually have our main series coming up later at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where we will be doing this exact same thing, except with BSBL's best drivers. And instead of 10 teams, there is 12 teams. If you are new to the league and are interested in joining, here's an invite link to the BSBL Discord server. And we are off in the final Duos race for the Junior Series. 2 more sets of pit stops, and that's it. Great start for the Grubhub pair, who in my personal opinion has probably, if they do good here, I'm going to give them the award. It's not going to be a real award, but I'm going to give them the pat on the back award for best pit stops for today. They did pretty great. Is it going to be as smooth? Looks like it is. Society's going to switch. Actually, they're going to have to stop and wait for the tail end of the longest line. Sword cannot get out of his car because he's on mobile. Pigment has swapped. Stellar Smirnoff has swapped. And they're going to win the race off pit road. Good job to them. Stellar Smirnoff wins the race off pit road, followed extremely closely behind by Grubhub. And the losers will be Society, since they had to wait for the tail end of the longest line. Field is pretty bunched up, especially if you're just coming off pit road. Sword with a run. VQ running the 6. First time I think he's swapped with Rusty today. Big run through the middle. NASCAR Nut, who won the race in Duos 2B for Society. A much needed win for that team. Again, we don't have too many races left of the season. This is race day 11 of 15. The team that's last in the team stand-ins for the Junior Series, they get eliminated. They are done. They can't own a team for a whole season, and even if they do apply for a new one, there's a chance that somebody else might win the application over them. So the stress is on for both Red Bull and Society. Oh, 20 car on the wall. Very bunched going on the pit road. Can these guys keep it clean? Haven't had any major incidents today, besides any ones that have been self-inflicted. Grubhub stops early. That's weird. Usually you see a lot of cars stop early. They decided not to. Society's going to wait to the tail end since Sword cannot jump out of his car. Pigment's a little far off, but it looks like it's going to be... Oh, it might be Pigment. Yeah, Pigment's going to win the race off pit road. Followed closely behind by Stellar Smirnoff and only one Grubhub. Where'd the other Grubhub at? Oh, way far back. P8. That's the 30... Gamer Earnhardt, yeah. The Leggy 31. I don't know what happened. Oh, wait, no, he's in front. I got the wrong Grubhub. Here he is. 76, Monster Jam. Wonder what happened to him. Had a bad stop, apparently. I love that 31 scheme. It is a nice scheme. Grubhub's got some good schemes. Color palettes are great. The scheme flows really nicely. Although I don't know what Leggy is. And I know I asked this question last week. But I forgot what you guys told me it was. Big run from Sonic. Trying to pass below the double yellow line, which is legal. In backstretch battles, at least. Ooh, a little bit of maybe a glitch contact with the 76 in Sonic. VQM in the 42 for Stellar Smirnoff. He's going to take the lead. So we approach the final stretch. Last duos race for Alabama. No more pitting for these guys. NASCAR Nut trying to go back-to-back in the duos B bracket. Can he get another win for Society? He wants to control this race and be out front. Oh, here comes our lab for Sauber Academy. NASCAR Nut's going to have to block. Block it aggressively. Contact. Photo finish 4 wide. VQ60 steals it. From Yappy, NASCAR Nut, and CO. That finish in your top 4. 5th is Genius Puppy. 6th, Rusty. 7th, Earnhardt. 8th, Monster Jam. And 9th is Sonic. And Sword will not be getting points this race. Finish in P10. Stellar Smirnoff, their second win of the day. They won 2 out of the 3 Duos B bracket races. Zeddy won the first, and VQ is going to win the second. And now we prepare for Solos number 2, which is just a normal BBR race at Alabama. Thank you for this information, Mr. Turtle Man. I wouldn't know what to do without it. So that's all of that's for all the pit stops for the Junior Series today. How did you guys like it? How did you guys enjoy the element of pit stops? Again, this is something we've never done before. Ever since they released this track and someone suggested it, I believe it was Cup Series driver Tuna Fish who originally suggested this. Seemed like a good idea when I was making the schedule. Thought I'd implement it for a race day, see how it goes. Have you guys enjoyed it? A fun curveball, actually good, looks cool. People need to practice. Yeah, at the very beginning for like the first two races with it, duos 1A and 1B, it was a little rough, but towards the end they got the hang of it. Pit stops were fun. Got got shoved a couple times, but didn't change much. Yeah, I was a little concerned that we were going to have some. I was a little concerned that we were going to have big wrecks on pit road, and it was going to cause a lot of problems. But it went all right. Besides Avith getting shoved to the grass, and then there was one that was also shoved in the grass, but that was a self-inflicted. That was self-inflicted by Volvo Jr. I think it was by Lowers Cat, which, you know, is fine. I'm okay with self-inflicted. It's kind of, again, it's kind of shows how much teamwork you got. There's a little bit of coordination that goes into it. Voki, I'm gonna fire you with these chat messages. Turtle Man is unhinged. Who are we waiting on? We got 8 drivers? 9 drivers. Okay, so we got one way in the back. Then I think we're just missing one driver. Then we can get this final race underway. Yeah, I think Scrimmy got Braziled. They should make a longer map and do it as an endurance race. BBR endurance race. Yeah, it would need to be a really wide map, and I would want obstacles. Keep you on your toes. That's what I would do, at least. We should be getting set pretty soon for this race. Yeah, in fact, right now, green flag. I must have totally missed the countdown. Yes, I did. Solos number 2. This one will not be pit stops. You will not need to stop for this race. This is a just totally normal Alabama BBR race. Do we have all 10 drivers? Yes, we do. Really late start for the 41. What base is the 41? That is Xfinity. Really late start for Xfinity. This is his second late start. It was the same for him in Solos 1. But he'll be able to catch up this time. It's Scrimmy out front in his 43 machine for New Como. Gets moved off to the side by Crafter of Pixels. He takes the lead. Dun. Max Verstappen giving a push to his teammate. Scrimmy didn't like where he was. He backs off. Crafter of Pixels stays out of the grass, but then just wants to go into it for whatever reason. Lead is swapping hands a lot. What channel should I click to view info? In the Discord server, you can go into, well, there's a lot of channels, but team and driver info. BSBL race info is all the info about Cup Series and Junior Series, like what base numbers teams should use, the point system, what teams are in which duos races. But if you'd like to try and advertise yourself as a driver, try and get hired, you can go to the driver market info channel and then post your resume in driver market. See if a team will hire you. How many signed drivers do we actually have in BSBL? I need to check right now. All right, signed drivers. We have 142 right now. So we have 140 signed drivers across both of our series. I think the max we can do is like 155. So there's not too many spots open. So you want to get your resume in the driver market sooner than later. 2 drivers go down pit road. They're not going to pit. They're just looking for maybe the speed boosts. Yep. Can they make the speed boost work? Almost. Get Zeddy to P4. And I don't know where he was running before that. Where is Sonic's car? Oh yeah, I haven't seen that yet. Sonic's number 4 got birthday on the front. I think it was it was yesterday. It was Sonic's birthday. I was a little late to message him that, but happy late birthday, Sonic. The balloons and the cake on front. Hope you had a good birthday yesterday. Maybe you can have a good late birthday gift and get a win. Final race of the day. Driving for Pigment. Oh, here's his scheme. Deadly SL loaded it up. 93. EA Sports on the deck lid. That's interesting. We have a Red Bull driver that runs EA Sports and now an Xfinity driver. Scrimmy in the 43. We're approaching the end here. We can see it in the very distance. At least I can. I don't know if the stream picks it up. One final stretch for these drivers. I actually really like where Scrimmy is right now. But we'll go for the battle for the lead. Sonic P1. Getting pressure from NASCAR now for Society Racing. G-Man also there. Top 3 breakaway. There's a big run from behind from everybody else. This is going to be an absolutely crazy finish. Keep it as clean as you can, guys. Scrimmy around. NASCAR on the lead. Big run from Crafter Pixels. And of course we had to get our Volvo Junior win. I forgot. We haven't gotten our Volvo win today. We needed to get that we needed to get that in before the races ended. Crafter Pixels wins solos number 2. Second is Keeve Blocks for Xfinity. Third, Gamer Crew for Grubhub. Fourth, NASCAR Enough for Society. Fifth, Zeddy for Stellar Smirnoff. Sixth is Sonic for Pigment. Seventh, G-Man for Sauber Academy. Eighth, Kinda Sussy for Red Bull. And Scrimmy for Newcomo gets the last points paying position. Well, there's our Volvo Junior win. Couldn't go a day without it. And it's won by the man himself. Crafter Pixels. And that'll do it for Junior Series Race Day number 11, the alternate format. Grubhub won the first race of the day. Duos 1A was won by Canestray. 1B was won by Zeddy. Duos 2A and 3A were swept by Chef's Racing. Ghost and Avith got those wins. NASCAR Nut got a much-needed win for Society Racing. Duos 3B, the last pit stop race, was won by Stellar Smirnoff. Their second win of the day by VQ60. And we got our normal, you see the chaos going on in the background. Got our typical daily Volvo Junior win by Crafter Pixels. Well, that'll do it. Thanks everybody for watching. Still have over 40 viewers. That's fantastic. Thanks for the follows too. If you haven't yet, follow so you know when we go live. It's every Saturday and Sunday, 11 a.m. for Junior, 12:30 p.m. Eastern for the Cup Series. Thanks again for Pancake, BSBL's own Pancake, for sponsoring this weekend's Cup and Junior Series racing. Check out his game, Pancake's Racing Game. Here is an invite link to his Discord server. And of course, the actual link to the game itself. Thanks for Pancake for sponsoring both Cup and Junior Series. I will see you guys in a little under half an hour for the Cup Series with the alternate format. Well, it's not the alternate format. It's actually the special format with pit stops at Alabama again. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.